Hi, everyone. My name is Dave Powell, and Linda Marie asked us to post an introduction. So here's my introduction. I'll try and keep it as brief as possible and try and stay in my 2 minutes if I can. But I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and actually a suburb, if you want to call it that, called Parma, Ohio, which is essentially Cleveland. And it's a Cleveland adjacent. And grew up there, spent most of my early years there before I went to college. And since I'm from Cleveland, I am an ardent Browns fan and fan of all Cleveland sports. My first job was in a steel mill, and so I'm very happy to be a faculty member and to be doing what I am doing today. I grew up in the church. I grew up in a church called Brookside Baptist. Unfortunately, it's no longer there, but spent a lot of time in church as a kid. My father was the head trustee. My uncle was the head deacon. So usually spend 5 to 6 days a week, either attending church services or working at church. And so it was a really formative part of my early years growing up in Northeast Ohio. Got my bachelor's degree at Baltimore University in political science and history, again, right outside of Cleveland, about 20 minutes from where I grew up. Got my master's at Ohio University in political science, and my daughter just graduated from Ohio University last year, and my oldest son is finishing up his sophomore year at OU, so it's kind of a legacy. My wife went to Ohio University, so a good family legacy we have going with Ohio University. I also then got my PhD in political science from Miami University, so did all my schooling in the state of Ohio. Then once I got my degree, I then have now moved out here to California, and I live in Santa Clarita. I teach at Cal State Long Beach, as I'll mention in a second, but I currently live in Santa Clarita with my wife and 4 kids, although, as I said, my eldest son is away at college right now, and my next son is getting ready to go to college in the fall, so they are growing up very, very quickly. My first teaching job was at Eastern Illinois, so as soon as I got my PhD, a couple months later, I found myself in Central Illinois, and I know it looks a lot like an English castle, but that's really a picture of the administration building at Eastern in the middle of the cornfields of Central Illinois, and I taught there in the political science department for 4 years, faculty advisor for the Political Science Association, Model Illinois Government, and all those good things that junior faculty members get to do. And really enjoyed my time there, but then moved on to a university in Southwest Florida called Florida Gulf Coast University, FGCU. A lot of people in Southwest Florida used to refer to it as Florida Golf Course University because it was completely surrounded by golf courses. It's an interesting campus built in a swamp, and we had alligators on campus. We actually had an alligator living directly outside of the public administration building, so that always made it interesting when you finish up an evening class at 10 o'clock at night and get to walk next to the pond knowing that Big Al, the alligator, was lurking somewhere underneath the surface. But spent a year there helping start up their MPA program, and also got to found an undergraduate program in political science. And really proud of that. We took that from its inception all the way through approval with the Board of Trustees, and been gone for, I guess, 18, 19 years now, and the program is still going strong. Then moved out here to California, and for the past 18 years, I've been on faculty at California State University, Long Beach full-time. I am the department chair for the Graduate Center for Public Policy Administration, and then in addition to that, I also run the Distance Learning MPA program. I'm in my 7th year as department chair, and I'm in my, believe it or not, 15th year as the director of the Distance Learning MPA program. So we are a relatively large program. We have over 300 students, NASPA accredited, and been spending a lot of time over the past few months going on site visits and doing a lot of work for NASPA to help other programs as they go through the accreditation process. Do a lot of research in student learning outcomes. Been recently doing some research in the California Voting Rights Act and the impact that the CVRA is having on not just representation in local government, but also in terms of the fiscal impacts on local governments, with a primary focus on the fiscal impacts of the CVRA and moving to even year elections, moving to district-based as opposed to at-large elections, and the impact that those requirements from the state government are having upon the local school districts. And what we have found is they're actually ending up saving a lot of money by moving their elections to even year as opposed to odd year types of elections. One of the reasons why I'm interested in school districts is, in addition to the teaching that I do at Cal State Long Beach and then also working as an adjunct at Cal Baptist, I'm also a school board member. And so I've been an elected member of the Saugus Union School District Board of Trustees since 2014, originally appointed in 2014, then reelected in 2016. The current term ending in 2020. I served as past president of the board, and I'm currently in my second term as clerk of the board, and will probably end up being president again next year in my last year of my term. So actually seeing a lot of these issues on the ground, if you will, as an elected official is a really nice complement to what I do in the classroom, because it affords me a great number of examples I can then bring into the classroom to kind of tie theory to practice. And as we all know, teaching in an MPA program, MPA programs are scholarly, but they're also professional programs. And given their professional orientation, it's important for us to be able to find that nexus and that linkage between theory and practice. And so it's been really useful for me to have that type of experience as a local official, to be able to bring those types of experiences into the classroom for students. I am in my second class now teaching at Cal Baptist. I taught political economy, and I'm teaching organization theory now, and looking forward in the very near future to teaching personnel management. So I think, as Linda Marie kind of said in the introduction video, I'm kind of a utility infielder. It's how I like to refer to myself, using a baseball term, is that I've taught a lot of courses over my time in academia, and so I kind of like to be the person that can get plugged into whatever class is necessary. But I think I stay close to my 2 minutes, so that is me. I look forward to working with everyone, getting to know you, and have a great day, and I look forward to working with you in the future.